My lighter! I have one.
Just make sure you don't leave it this time.
Did I leave my other High Times for Cutie lighter? Can I have
No,
a bag?
it wasn't High Times. It was a regular lighter.
Oh, fuck.
And they don't got no more fuel in it.
It don't?
I used it like one more day. And
You lying. You probably kept on using that shit, and that shit probably just
maybe
ended up.
2 days.
You lying. You just
I
kept
don't
on
remember
using it.
more than 2.
You lying.
I don't remember exactly when it went out, but I know it went out eventually, so I'm thinking 2 days.
You probably kept on using that shit until that shit fucking went out. You're like, oh, well, it's done. What's the tea, honeybees? It's your girl, your Judy, your boy, Gabe, aka Cutie from Keeping It G, and you are watching an all-new episode of High Times with with Reese.
Me too. That was good. I thought you was going to stop a long time ago.
I'm trying to tell you, I got good lungs, honey, okay?
I don't know how after all these High Times.
Well,
I'm blessed.
it's the lungs for me, okay?
That was good.
Okay. Thank y'all so much for watching my channel. Y'all already know what you gotta do, y'all. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, click that notification bell for more videos and more tea with me, honey, okay? Period. So, I wanted to talk about this week something that is just a really good topic that I think that should all be discussed. I actually recently watched the Red Table Talk. I actually don't really be watching the Red Table Talk all the time because Jada Pinkette, you know, it be the most sometimes. Sometimes it just be too deep.
Never too deep.
It's never too deep, but sometimes you gotta be in the mood for that deep shit.
No, you do. You definitely gotta be in the mood for deep shit, but when you in the mood, that deep shit hits.
It be hitting
it's
you.
necessary.
Girl,
that shit hit different than anything.
Yes.
It hit different.
It do. Ooh, that's a good song. You know that song?
You know,
Hit
that's
different.
my shit.
That's my shit. Hit different. 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 Hit different, I said it alone about myself. It's different, I'm looking up to look somebody else. Okay.
I show how different it hit.
God. Not up in here, okay?
Think you gonna get away with it? Not up in here!
Not up in here!
Oh, no. Maybe somebody come through.
Oh my. But yeah, so I was watching the Jada Pinkette Smith, one of her Red Table Talks, and she was actually talking about the topic of consensual sex and having sex and with content and how it happens a lot in...
With consent.
Oh no, without consent.
Without consent, okay.
Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
With and without consent.
Yes.
So basically, Jada Pinkette Smith had 2 women. She had Amber Rose and Rumi Moore. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. She had both of these women and also a man. I don't know what his name is. I think he was a football player. You forgot to watch the end of it, but
Okay. Yep.
he actually ended up coming at the end. But basically, what this video was basically entailing is basically about the fact of how there is a gray area in male and female in our lives, that there's always a gray area on if the female or if females, or even because, you know, I'm gay, so even in relationships where there is a gray area of consent, like let's say, like Rumi was saying, as an example, you guys are going on a date happens, you guys are kissing, you guys making out after the date, then she invites you back to the crib. In a man's mind, you guys are automatically going to have sex, but the female doesn't always want that. So these are the things that actually came into my mind and came into my point, because I was like, damn, like I've heard of a lot of situations that has happened where females don't want to fuck, but they just end up just fucking just because of the fact of, oh, I don't want this nigga to be mad.
Yep.
Oh, I just, I'm gonna just let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I still want to make him happy.
Or it's easier to say yes than
to say no.
Because he just keep going
Exactly.
and going. I'm just tired of fighting it.
Exactly.
But you shouldn't be, but still.
But even with men, for example, I would say for men, let's say, I do feel like that it is easier for women to be persuaded than for men when it comes to sex.
Yes.
Because of the fact that I feel like with men, we're more aggressive, so we can just say no, bitch.
Yeah.
Move, bitch.
I said no.
Right. So
yeah.
it could just be a little, but that's something that needs to be discussed. So I just really wanted to talk about that. I had Reese watch the interview, and I had him watch it, and I want to hear his point of view because he is a guy. He's a straight guy. He's someone that has been in situations with females, and I wanted to know, have you ever been in a situation have you ever been in a situation where you may have thought that the woman wanted it, but she really did not? Did you think that she really did not want it?
I've been in situations where I've had to, where I've been said no to initially. And I thought in my mind, okay, it's no at the moment. And no, it's because you try to, you don't ask. I don't think it's awkward to just be like, so, gonna have sex tonight? We gonna have sex tonight? We can't be that straightforward.
Right.
So we just try to maybe do things, or where then I'm trying to, and she's like, no, we're not doing that. So then I'm like, okay, I gotta reevaluate this.
So
you
you always try to find a different way.
Yes, and this is the thing.
Which is something that they talk about
as a male, we will. But a male is an aggressive type of male who thinks he can't even have sex on the first night. Not all males even think they can. They don't got that confidence. But if a male does, he's gonna attempt. One no doesn't mean no to him. What runs through our minds,
which is not good.
Which is not good. But we were conditioned. Society has taught us, and women have told me, which sucks for women. I feel like women, even if they did want to have sex the first night, most of them try not to because of the fear of what society's going to think about him, what their friends going to think about him, what even the man is going to think about him. Does he going to think I'm wifey material if I fuck him tonight? I got to hold back. Think like a man say 3 months. The movie, think like a man say 3 months.
Right.
It really shouldn't be that way. It makes sense why Steve Harvey said it, because of the way things are. But it shouldn't be that way. And I don't like that the women or the woman, she wants to say yes. Y'all know y'all want to say yes sometimes. It's the first night, the chemistry was right, the energy, the vibes was high, and you was looking across the table, I want to fuck the shit out of this nigga. And we looking at you like...
Yeah, you do too. But here's the thing. I don't think that that's something I don't think that that's specifically the problem.
No, but man, I'm giving you our point of view. So I'm giving you the male's, what he has to go through to then have to try to have the responsibility of knowing, is this no really a no? If she didn't say no, does that mean yes? Like, it's just enough. It's hard enough of a job for us as it is possibly for the girl to say no. It's both difficult.
I also feel like that men, they always, because of the fact that we hate getting rejected, that we always want to push a little bit further.
Yes.
After the no.
Yes, after the no, but you have to respect that we push after the first no. And this is what I'm trying to get to.
Why should why should
you
women...
shouldn't think we're wrong for it. It's not disrespectful to push after the first no. Or you're not going against a woman's will, because I'm telling you, society has conditioned their mind to say no where they really don't want to say no. Some of them don't. And because you have that possibility of some not wanting to say no, I think a male has a second opportunity. Now, after the third no,
you're going to wait for 3 no's?
3 no's.
That's the problem.
3 no's. See, that's not the problem because the woman should be
No.
She should be strong enough. If we are going to be able to persist 3 times,
3 no's?
you should be able to say no 3 times.
No.
I should.
But
No.
here's the thing. After the first no, I feel like that should be enough.
But the woman, I promise she want to make
But
you work
even-
for it.
okay, but
she got a
let-
whole
but let me
plan.
finish, but
I'm
let
gonna
me
make them
finish.
work twice
Let me
before I
finish.
give it to him the
But
third
wait.
time because it make me at least act like I ain't want to
If
fuck
the
him.
female says no, the first time, and then if you let it go, I feel like that as a woman,
It's her
yes,
job now to
try to pursue.
She won't do that. Women
But that's
don't
her.
do
But
it.
that's on
Don't do
her.
it. But you're not a woman. You're a male, so you just naturally more aggressive. If you were a woman, you would know they don't feel
But that's
right
the
pursuing.
problem, though, because you
Society
shouldn't.
makes
But
it
men, but we should not have to wait. A nigga should not have to do 3 no's
no.
for you to be like, all right, then I'm really not gonna. After the first no, it should be a dub. If a bitch says nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good.
You should that
not.
ain't the case.
You should
That's
not
the case. You know how many chicks wanted to have that second attempt? They wanted you to attempt that second time. I honestly feel like I've never been in a true situation that was me not having sexual consent, Gabe. And I'm telling you because, and I've been told no a couple times, and I still don't think when I got it.
But you said that
non-sexual
you've gotten
consent.
3 no's though.
So what? No, I've gotten 2 no's, and the third time worked. I never go after 3 no's. Okay, I've never gotten 3 no's. Because the second time always worked, but not everybody gets a second time. Sometimes you get a chick that say no, and you know that's a no. But you can feel a vibe, is what I'm trying to say. Not all first no's are real no's. You got to be able to feel that.
I don't believe that.
I know I'm right. The females know I'm right. They're like, yeah, I had a couple of those. Talk about what's the female's perception of where you feel they get put in real tough situations that the men continue to overstep the boundaries. You think one going after one no is him overstepping the boundary?
If a female says no, that she doesn't want the dick,
that's not fair.
I feel like that's a dub. If a bitch don't want it, then it's not even about that.
Society doesn't give them freedom to want the dick the first night. That's why they choose not to.
It's not about, get the first night out of your mind. Because let's say like if you're in a relationship, because now they talk about that as well.
Good point.
Let's say if you're in a relationship, you guys are in a committed relationship, y'all already have had sex. You guys have had sex multiple times. Let's say you guys are doing that, but then one night, she doesn't want to have sex. You said you want to fuck. She says no.
Yes.
You're going to wait till the third time that she says no for you to not fuck?
I got
it. But then you're in a relationship. So you know you're going to even try even more harder because you've been with her for so long. Come on, baby. I want some pussy. You ain't going to give me none?
Okay. Look.
Come on.
Look. Okay. So a male is most likely going to stay persistent.
Damn it.
A male's going to be persistent, especially if it's his girl. If it's his girl and his wife, he want to have sex. In the Bible, it say we got to compromise, right?
Don't be
it
bringing the fucking Bible in this
Men and female
bullshit.
got to compromise. So, all right, it can't be the third night in a row that she said no. She got to compromise maybe and give her man some, you want this to last. We got to make sacrifices.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, that's one thing.
If your wife don't want to fuck, she's not going to, that does not obligate her just because of the fact that she is in a relationship or she's married, that she is going to fuck you and she has to.
No.
If she don't want to, she don't got to do shit.
So you
just like if you don't want to, you don't got to do shit.
You're telling me if a female is tired 3 nights in a row.
It don't got to be the fact of her even wanting, it don't got to be because of the fact of her being tired.
Usually it's something that's not really that she wants you to maybe put a little more effort. I had chicks tell me, yo, just do what you do. It will wake me up. If I'm sleeping, I ain't give a consent. Just start eating
Which
me out.
is another thing.
Just start doing something and I will like it.
But that's
but
another.
I'm not gonna.
But that's something. But that's something else. Because there's some, I would say that for myself, because that's an example for myself. Mm-hmm. I have been in a situation where I have had sex with a nigga the first night, I slept over, and I was woken up with dick in my fucking ass.
Okay.
I didn't want that.
You didn't
shit.
like that?
No.
But y'all didn't have that conversation. This ain't your boyfriend or you have conversations like this with your female, companions if they your girl. So that case, he was wrong for that, nigga. He was wrong.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's wrong.
But there's situations that has happened as well in relationships where a man just sticks it in and the female don't want it at that point in time.
She can't let it happen
and
over
she
and over
just
again.
lets it slide.
If it happened once, that's okay.
But then you just said that you it's the three sorries for me.
The three
or the three no's for me.
Listen, I never had a third no. I only had two. It would take three. But
I could not.
No, I mean, you gotta, and it's crazy because these are the different perspectives we have. So what's the only way we can solve any of these issues? We have to communicate with each other.
Yes.
And we have to communicate between two. If you're my partner, my boyfriend, girlfriend now, right now, if certain things can happen, you have to have a marginal error. Once. After something happened once by mistake, and y'all discuss that because it only should be discussed if somebody doesn't like it. It could be discussed if you do. But that's cool, baby. That was amazing. Do it again.
Right.
Right? People do tell us that. But a lot of times when people don't like it, they don't discuss it. That's the problem.
That is the problem.
If it happened once, cool. Everything. If I'll call it unsexual consent happened. If, you make a mistake and put it in her while she's sleeping, she ain't like that happened. She should be able to say, babe, last night, cool. We never talked about this. I understand. You put it in my ass while I was asleep. I ain't like that. And I love you. But just wake me up
Let's
some
not
other
do
way.
that shit.
Maybe kiss my neck first.
Right.
Eat my pussy first, nigga. Let's communicate
but
about
this is a fact.
And it's because people don't communicate. I don't know why are women scared. Let's ask that. If it happened once, why are now women scared to speak on it to the men coming along?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, why talk about it now? Don't let it keep happening if you felt it and you didn't like that feeling. No.
That's true. I definitely do feel like that society has made it not hard. It's much easier now that for women or like for anybody just to say no. I'm not gonna say that it's easier, but what I'm saying is more glorified.
Okay.
I would definitely say that in the past or like in society has always made, and this is something that I was explaining to you before, when we were growing up, like society and the way that we were raised on sexuality was that it was bad. Mm-hmm. So with women on like saying no and all of that, they weren't educated or we didn't know. I'm not gonna say like because I'm the fact that I'm a woman, but like even niggas, people didn't know how to express themselves sexually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like in all...
Like you gotta learn as you go type shit.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. We gonna do some shit that somebody don't like. But we as adults and as evolving fucking creatures, we need to start saying, okay, maybe it wasn't discussed back in the day. Maybe it was taboo for the woman to share her feelings to the man because he was the head of the house. I don't know why. But now, shit has changed. We should be able to communicate, discuss it. I'm happy we talking about it now. Most people wouldn't even talk about it. I actually was talking about it in the gym before this. And an older woman heard me. And she said, that's a conversation you have in private. I said, no. That's a conversation I can have right here that I think most people should hear that they would never have. I'm sorry if that offended you, but it shouldn't.
But that's what I'm saying because older people, they feel like that's something that should be like secretive or like it's like a secret story. But that's sex is sex. Y'all did it. Everybody did it. When we were raised and when I was raised, I didn't have a sex talk. I didn't have nobody. My mama ain't never tell me, perfect. Hi, honeybees. So we actually, you heard the knock on the door. So we have a special guest, honey. Okay, we got our girl Skylar. I actually wanted to have a female perspective, and Reese was saying that as well when we first was talking about it. He had asked me if I was going to have a female on here, so I was like, yeah, bitch, we should have a little female on here. We should have a female talk about this because this is some real shit about, sexual consent, and I'm sure that a woman, you know, I'm sure you have been in situations that you did not necessarily want to be in, I should say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have our girl Skylar here. Let's Skylar, yes! So so as I was saying, Skylar, so let's talk about it. So, like, have you, like, you know, just to recap, we've been talking about, you know, sexual consent. We've been talking about the fact of how men sometimes go too far, and they sometimes, and then how women, you know, tend to feel as if they cannot say no. You know, one of the examples that I was giving Reese was, you know, one of the things that, I guess this is one of the main things that kind of resonated to me was this roomie shit. Yeah. Was the fact of, you know, let's say like you guys were out on a date, y'all were making out after the date, you say, hey, you want to come upstairs? In his mind, automatically, he wants to fuck, and he thinks that you want to fuck, but you don't want to fuck. You just want to have a cup of coffee. Yeah. Like and then it's so funny because you was mentioning Think Like a Man.
Yes.
You remember that situation with Megan Good.
Yes.
And she was like, oh, do you want to come upstairs? That is a perfect example. But she was strong enough and said, no.
Exactly.
This is not what the fuck this is.
So you just gotta say, even let it get to that situation.
But here's the thing. The reason why that she was strong enough to say no is because of the fact that she read that book.
Yes.
She has been in the past. I don't know if you've seen the movie Think Like a Man.
Yeah.
Okay, you have. So if you remember the situation, I don't know her real name on the movie, but Megan Good. She was she had like the whole 30-day the 5-date rule. She said she's not going to fuck this man until he takes her out on 5 dates. But he was like the nigga that like always wanted to fuck somebody, you know, he always got pussy. You know what I'm saying? So when on, I think it was like the 2nd date or 3rd date, she invited him upstairs and he was like, oh, score! Okay?
Got him.
Got him! He started, you know, touching her, this and that, the 3rd, and she was like, oh, do you want some coffee? And she changed the whole scene. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that there are situations just like that it could be something different, and he actually ends up getting the pussy, but she didn't want to give it to him.
For me personally, like, I don't bring people back to my place because I understand the expectations behind it. Mm-hmm. And, like, for that example, I feel like you're kind of being a tease in a way. Like, why, you know what he's expecting when you invite him back up to your place.
That's what I would think people should know, too.
For me, I have gone back to someone's place after a date where, like, I necessarily didn't want to sleep with them, but, you know, it gets to that point, and afterwards, like, kind of, like, feel bad about it, but I shouldn't have gone back to his place. Like, I knew what he expected. Deep down, you know.
You know it's a possibility. And you're going to have to be in that situation, most likely.
You know that's in his mind. It's like, you know he's going to try.
Right.
You know? You don't know if he's going to respect what you say, and that's the issue.
Do you not say anything because of the fact that you don't know what the result is? Or is it just because of the fact that in the moment, do you want it and then it's the afterthought that's the problem?
The only times it's, you know, I say no, you know, and sometimes, you know, there are times where you do want it, where you say no the first time just because, like, you feel like you should.
And
like,
that's what he was explaining.
You want to be good, but deep down you want to be bad.
Okay.
And then you give in to
I never talked to her about this. I'm just saying.
But then there are if I say no a second time, like, you should respect that. Like, if I say it more than once, I shouldn't have to, like, keep saying no. I shouldn't have to keep, like, trying to pull your hand out of my pants. Like, there gets to a point where you just need to respect it. And then, as a female, when they don't, you just don't know what to do anymore. That's when you freeze, and it's like, I don't know what to do. Like, hindsight, when it's over with, I'm just like, I should have just fucking pushed him off. Right. But when you're in the moment, it's like difficult. Like, I don't know what happens, but it's just like, I've already said no.
It's like a blackout.
And it's just like,
you feel hopeless.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't really know what to do anymore.
It's funny because we were just saying that, and he was explaining how he has a 3-no
A 3
rule.
no. So I would have tried after the second no, but the third no, you got to give me the third no. You got to. You don't just quit. The third, I'm not going to just start getting more aggressive.
Right.
Just stay this. All right, I'm probably going to fall back. I told you, I'm going to fall back, regather, try to interject some more, try to make it more comfortable.
Yeah.
All right, I think I can make it a little more comfortable for her. She doesn't find... Women are worried about the man judging them. Not even maybe about anybody else at the moment. They're like, is he going to judge me for sleeping with him on the first night? Mm-hmm. If that wasn't even a thought, I think most women, if they have a connection with a man and they're attracted to him, would sleep with him the first night. And I think that's why you have to attempt after the first no. At least first no. The second no, I still think you got a chance. A third no, you got to stop, bro.
Yeah. See, I was saying to him, I was like, after the first no, you should stop.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was at. I was like, if a woman tells you no the first time, don't do it. Let her then be the one to lead you to say, all right.
I agree with that.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Most women are not going to take that lead.
But honestly, if you take that first no, like, she might be like, wow, like, nobody does that.
Exactly. So that's what they do, hubby material. I don't want to be hubby material. I told you that. I don't want to even be perceived as, but I said, when I'm hubby material, am I even going to have sex the first night? What did I tell you?
But, you know, he explains that, you know, he doesn't want to. Then that's the whole thing on relationships.
Yeah, okay.
But then, that's another question that I have. Like when you are in let's say like if you're in a relationship with your dude, and let's say y'all got into a fight. It doesn't even have to be a fight. You just don't want to have sex, and he wants to have sex. Have you ever been in a situation where you still end up just still fucking?
Yeah, it was yeah.
And that happens a lot.
And it was like, I said no. He was on top of me. I'm like, get the fuck off me, you know, like, it's like you're still fighting.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah. See, that's wrong. Now, that's wrong on his behalf. Now he's wrong.
And then after, it was like, and then, especially with someone you're dating, you're like, it's like, whatever, you've done it before.
Exactly. And that's what I was saying.
But then, like, I'm even more mad after. And then it got into an even, like, bigger blow up. Because I was like, I said no. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right. Yeah. And as you should have acted and responded.
And he was like, well, you know, you could have just, like, pushed, like, I shouldn't have to push you on me.
Yeah.
Like, just, like, respect what I'm
saying.
saying.
You say no 3 times, fuck it. If you say no twice with attitude, I'm not even asking.
If you say no one time with attitude.
Yeah, hell yeah. It could be a certain level of attitude where
like,
one no is still like...
You know when she's, like, dead ass.
And that's where you gotta be able to...
Especially when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to gauge it. You gotta be able to, you gotta have emotional intelligence as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, to understand where her energy at. You could tell high energy of like, no. You'd be like, And then you got, stop, not right now. Not tonight. You know, chicks be nice about it. Right. They don't be like, will you touch me? Don't touch me. Right? Nobody does that the first time. They be nice about it. So you don't know if that nice is, so you gotta try a second time. Now, this is where both have to have emotional intelligence. The woman maybe needs to be a little more stern the second time. Don't be nice and don't say no the second time nice.
Right.
If you don't want it. Now you gotta, he trying.
Oh, no.
I gotta be assertive the second time. No, seriously, Reese. We're not doing that tonight. Oh, a chick looked at me like that. Seriously, Reese, we're not doing that tonight. Oh, my bad. I ain't even. You're right. Let's wait. Let's get to know each other more. I'm falling back. I know now, do I come back the second date? Do I not? I gotta make that decision. But she can't be worried. Remember we talked about that? A female can't be worried about the male maybe not wanting a second date because she didn't smash the first date. Or even the second date. She can't get the pressure, if I don't give it to him the second date, he might leave. So what? Let him leave. Don't feel that pressure. I'm saying that to females. You don't have to feel that pressure. Do you feel like you might feel that pressure because of that sometimes? Or do you think females get worried about that?
Maybe when I was younger, now I just don't give a shit. Like,
as
I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it.
Right, because you're a grown-ass woman.
Yeah, yes. But
when before, I feel like, that's also something as well, because when we were younger, we didn't know no better because of how we were taught.
Yeah, we had to experience it.
Yeah. We had to learn ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, like, you learn from those bad experiences to become a stronger and better person.
But that's also like...
Yes, or to communicate with that person.
I mean, because it's like, if you don't want to sleep with someone, why do you feel bad not doing it? It was like, I didn't want to do it. Like, I don't even like this guy.
Exactly.
So why do I care what he thinks about me if I don't do it?
Exactly.
You know, you just like...
Now, what if you do like him? Do you usually speak with him?
I don't know. Like,
You would.
It depends on the situation.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't just, like, not do it.
Yes.
But I also, like, I don't know. Depends, like, what the connection is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, if I go out with someone, it's like, oh, I kind of like him. Like, there's potential here. Like, am I going to go home with him after? Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. But you're gauging that just as much as we are. Are you not, as a female?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Females are thinking, they know the possibilities of all possibilities. They're thinking about all the possibilities at the same time.
It's like, if you're not ready to sleep with someone, like don't go to their place. Don't invite them to your place. Like,
Absolutely.
if he invites you over to watch a movie, be like, why don't we just go to the movies? Like, see how things go.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, the females who are saying, well, we weren't taught that. I'm sorry. You have watched enough movies. You've been on your iPhones and your iPads all this time. You've been exposed to a lot as children. You know what sex and everything it is and between two people. You know that's a possibility. You have to be prepared for that possibility. I think it might happen to all of us maybe once or twice. But that's because we're all learning. And we have to accept those marginal errors, like I told you. But after that, you got to smarten up. You got to become stronger. You got to communicate. It shouldn't be the 8th time to happen to you. No.
But I also feel like that it is, but when it comes to like the whole growing up thing, that I feel like that there is something that makes sense with that. Because we didn't know the importance of sexuality and the respect of women and men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know for myself, like I was explaining to you previously, my parents didn't give me the sex talk. You know what I'm saying? They didn't explain to me the value of a woman or like who women are, like, you know, these are boobs or this is a woman's vagina or like women go through this. I had to learn that shit in middle school in the motherfucking 6th or 7th grade, which is late as fuck, just like how they explain it, because apparently women go through their fucking period sometimes in the age of 9. Yeah. So y'all be in like the 3rd fucking grade, growing to be who the fuck y'all are, but us niggas, we don't know. Okay? We just claim y'all as just pussy.
Yeah, so we gotta learn too, and we gotta be communicated and told by women.
That's
we gotta be taught by women.
That's why
don't do this.
That's why when Rumi was saying, like, you know, it is a way of or, you know, when Amber Rose was explaining, because Amber Rose, this is like something stemming off of like a discussion that we were watching, but like Amber Rose was saying that's why she teaches her son at such a young age the things that women have, you know, and then the things that women go through, because he now respects women in a different light.
Yes. Yeah.
So he can now have
as well. And I think I was close with my moms, and my moms talked to me at a very young age about sex and a lot of different things with women and how to treat women, and she always just reminded me. She wanted me to know, and maybe I think that's why I am more conscious of trying to read signs. If she want it, if she don't want it. I think I read them pretty well. I don't think I ever slipped up. I don't think I ever had non-consensual sex. I went after 2 no's, got it. Never have I had a 3rd no.
But that's what I feel like, that a lot of men never had that education.
Yeah.
That's why there's a lot of men in your situation that just keep on going because they want to get that nut and they don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Yeah, or so many women, they've done this so many times, right? They attempted once and the woman never communicated to him that was wrong or bad. So after you get away with it, what you tolerate or what somebody tolerates, you'll continue to do.
Right.
So if women, I'm sorry, have been tolerating this because of the being uncomfortable expressing how they feel about it, which they shouldn't, then you got to understand both sides. Both sides need to just communicate. The solution, if there was one to this.
Right.
If we said, how can we try to fix this and work on this now? Both sides have to communicate what they don't like.
Yes.
As well as what you do like. We should just communicate. Women should be able to tell dudes, right there, stay right there. I don't like it like that. Go slower. Stop. You're going too hard.
Yes.
Wait, baby, stop. Hold me. Communicate. Let me know what you want. But sometimes women don't feel they can tell a man, because if they tell a man, the man's ego's gonna feel like, you don't think I know what I'm doing, bitch?
But that's how a lot of niggas be feeling. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of how. That's a lot of niggas that be feeling like that.
And that sucks that y'all gotta care that we do that. No, it's like, you shouldn't care. If you get mad, so what? I'm letting you know. And no, I do think you know what you're doing, baby, but I like it like this.
But this is something...
Ain't you here to please me?
Right.
Yeah, I'm here to please you. Tell me what you like. So, yes, I understand that. But it sucks that that's something that they have to, fight against. That they have to go, that they can't say, that they feel a certain way. We have to start communicating. That's the only thing. Y'all have to stop being fearful of saying what you don't like. And men, hopefully when you do say it, should listen. Now they're aware. Now they like, oh, damn, all right, I hope next time I do this, if somebody acts like that, I'm going to know that's what they meant.
Yes.
But if you even act crazy and don't do that, I'm like, oh, maybe they just going to act crazy like that and it's going to work. I need somebody to tell me what I did wrong.
I would say for myself, when I first had sex, that's something that I didn't technically want to do it. I just thought in my mind, that's something that needs to happen for me to be able to find my man. I'm like, okay, I need to fuck somebody, or I need to fuck this person in order to me to find love.
That's what you really thought?
Honestly.
Yeah. See, and that's where the education can come from a parent. That's where that kind of sex talk can come in. I think that's when it's important. I don't know really about the anatomy. We need to really learn about the anatomy.
Right, that's obviously not what it is.
It's more about like what you can expect from a female.
Right.
And what a female don't feel like, or a male feel like they have to do to be loved. You should tell a child this.
You should.
Listen, understand that there's going to be some sexual tension between you and the guy, your boy you about to go out with. If he attempts to do something, baby girl, and you don't want to do it, you don't have to say. You can say no. Now, if daddy don't want you to do it,
I feel like a lot of fathers do that with their daughters.
You think they have that talk with them?
Yeah, you don't think? Oh, you don't think?
I don't think either of my parents have talked with me.
They don't say like
movies. That's in movies.
Oh, really?
That's the father talking to the daughter.
Either of my parents had like the talk with me.
So you haven't had the sex talk either?
No, but like if we watch movies, like my mom would be like, "That's wrong what she's doing,"
See, we talked about that. How society makes it wrong for women and good for men. It's the problem that we've divided each other. Because if the woman was allowed to want sex the first night, I promise you we'll have less of this talk.
Yes.
Because they both will be consensual and she wouldn't feel like she has to say no. And she most likely would just do it. Sometimes they say no 3 times just because they're so worried about being judged.
How motherfuckers will let them feel.
Being judged.
Because
they want it.
Because what we were saying was in society, or like how females or a lot of women are raised, what I feel like it is, women are always saying, don't have sex. If you have sex, you're going to get pregnant or you're going to catch something. And then for dudes, just like when you were watching a movie, your mom was like, oh, that's bad. But in reality, your mama
just did it. That's how you was made. 2 of you.
No disrespect. Your mom was just throwing it back. And that's probably how you were presented. So, I say wild shit about my parents as well. I was like, listen, my daddy done shot the club up, and that's why I'm here today. Okay, but that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but with men though, it's kind of like more glorified. But then they still say don't have it. But then they like, if you do have it,
like,
it's like,
yeah, how was it?
You was like, you had sex, but don't do it again.
You wearing condoms, right? You wearing condoms.
Right.
That's the only question I get. You wearing
exactly.
condoms, right?
It's more of, did you use protection?
Yes.
But with the female, if you had sex the first time, it's like, shit, it's the end of the world. Okay?
Judged.
Or even with gay men, if we have sex, shit, you bending over for somebody, you doing this and that, the third, blah, blah, blah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's glorified in society, puts this barrier with females, and I would even say with gay men or with gay people, that it's like a bad thing to love our sexuality and love who we are.
Yes.
And if we do want to just have sex, we can. But if we don't have to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it should be.
And that's how it should be.
But that's why we got to communicate. And we got to break the barrier with each other. We can't let society just rule it. Females got to talk to dudes. I give every female I speak to or any female friend I have or cousin or anything that I know, we have these talks and I'm like, yo, go fuck as many dudes as you want to fuck. I know that sounds crazy because y'all like, oh my God.
Period.
But that's how if we allowed to, as a male, I'm allowed to fuck as many females if I want to fuck, as long as I have no babies, catching STDs, and wear condoms. So a female can follow that same rule and shouldn't be, sabotage her reputation or anything. She shouldn't be called a slut or a hoe. It shouldn't be those things. And that's where we go wrong. So we have to allow that. I should be able to tell me the truth. I mean, we should have that talk. We want to say how many people you've been with. And you should tell me proudly. I should be like, oh shit, 50? Damn. Why not? You used to be having way more than that.
Not 50.
I don't even want to know. No, but so.
I mean, if you've had 50 motherfuckers in your motherfucking.
That's amazing. To me, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
That's not number.
Oh my God, yeah, no. It's
We are not talking about Skylar's
So
yeah, what the hell?
What the fuck did you say?
I didn't say Skylar's. It was a general number.
If you have
For anybody, for any woman. Stop it.
That's a big number. 50?
Listen, hold on. How can a guy fuck 50 bitches and it's okay?
I don't think that's right either. You fucking 50 bitches. That's why y'all asses catching shit all the goddamn time, because you fucking all these bitches.
Everybody catching shit.
Well,
it ain't just guys, females, everybody.
That's why all y'all motherfuckers catching shit, because you letting everybody run through your ass and you running through everybody's ass.
Hey, sometimes you can have a phase. Everybody's allowed a phase to, as we call, slut out. You ain't a slut. You just
is that what you call it?
Yeah, it's called slut out.
You slut out. You just.
That's what it's called, the slut out. The slut out.
That's the phase of life. That's that phase that we all go through. We all want to just be a slut in one point of our lives. Well, it's not a bad thing to me to be a slut.
It's never a bad thing.
I don't know, because we should be allowed to do that and learn from it and enjoy it, and then settle down when we want to settle down. We should be able to be hoes, as society says, and then be wives and husbands.
Yes.
Why not?
And then be a hoe and with your
husband. Yes. You've got so much experience. You give it to each other.
How?
It's great. Listen, women, if y'all out there and you fuck 50 men, it's okay. Don't let anybody feel you bad for that. Make you feel bad for that shit. It's okay. As long as you don't got no STDs, and fuck it. If you got it, you got rid of it, you're okay. Just don't do it again.
I just want to know what your pussy look like.
Show the pussy. They be having beautiful pussies. I know chicks that got beautiful pussies.
They still got them.
They still got it.
It's still intact?
Yeah, it clap back.
Wow.
Yeah, it's made to rejuvenate. That's the one part of the female body.
It's good.
I swear she still be like this.
It's
like,
still
like,
don't know.
Right?
This conversation took a turn.
Walls are still together.
The walls are still. It's a construction site in there. And you're like, I'm gonna fit through this regardless.
Come on, Bob the Builder. You better fix it. Skylar, thank you for being our special guest. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, you talked real shit. I'm so happy you kept it real. So every chick can be like, wow, she just kept it real. I can keep it real.
Facts.
Yeah, I be feeling that way. Yes, I'll be wanting to say no the first time because I should, but I'm gonna say yes the second time.
And if you had those feelings, or if you have your story, definitely put the comments down below. Let us know so we can, comment and communicate. I talk back, y'all. So, Loki, that's gonna be it of High Times with Cutie.
That was great.
Make sure that you guys like, subscribe, comment, click that notification bell. That's going to be it, y'all. Like I said before. Also, I work for a new company called Blavity, so make sure that you guys also every Friday at 3 p.m. Make sure that you go on Facebook Watch and watch the lunch hour every Friday at 3 p.m. for my segment Lunchroom Announcements with my girl Deja Me. So I'm actually gonna put that as well, like the Blavity and all of that. I'll put that in there.
Check it out.
So yes, it's our new segment. It's amazing. So check that out. So yes, cutie out.